Hello everyone, welcome to Flower Aura by Natasha, and today we are going to make an outdoor pot, something that everybody really like to do for their decoration of the outdoor space. And we are going to hack that with the greenery that's available at the local stores, for example, Home Depot. I've been there the other day and I checked out their selection. So basically, they have cedar, pine, and spruce, Douglas fir. And I didn't buy what they had there just because I have already greenery that comes from the wholesaler. But if you're going out there, then you can purchase these three types. And then I will show you how you can put it together in a nice pot. Some of the videos you will see the moments of the greeneries that were available at the store. So for the arrangement, we need a pot that you have outdoors, or maybe an insert that goes into the pot that is outdoors and into the container. So this is my insert. As you can see, it has dirt in it because the flowers used to grow in that pot. But now we're going to use that exact same thing for our outdoor arrangement. And I'm going to grab some pre-soaked foam to place right on top, and I'm using some of the older pieces that I used before for different purposes, because it really doesn't matter. It just allows the greenery to sit tighter just the way you want it. So now, looking at the greenery, you see the cedar here, nice and lacy. This one is very beautiful because it has those um, little pine cones. Then we have pine, which is nice and fluffy. The only downside of the pine is it gets yellow pretty quick. So if you have your door on the sunny side, you might replace those guys along the way. And then of course the spruce, the Douglas, is full and fluffy and will give you a lots of body and volume. So you can look at your pot and you look at your location and decide on how high you want your pot to, like your arrangement to be. And I'd say this guy is really great for a height, but not so great for the volume, which is fine. We will be making the front facing arrangement. So basically all the greenery will be on the front and only a little bit on the back. So we'll put this guy right there in the middle to give us the height reference. And then we'll take all the other pieces and go with them on the sides. Right, so this is pretty much how I'd like to go. And I'm having all these cutouts. Those are great for filling up on the back. So you can either do it right away or you can do it a little later. So, and you go with the few of those here and there. So as we're creating our arrangement, we don't want everything to be the same height, right? So we want the greenery cascading forward. So we're going lower, lower, and lower with our branches. For example, I will take this guy and just put that in front of the one that I had. So now I am running out of the spruce, and I will take on the cedar. And I'd like to see what I have here first. I want to use this guy. It's nice and big and tall, really thick stem. By the way, I'm using just a regular garden shears for the making an arrangement. I want to see the pine cones. Okay, so this one is smaller guy, can be on the back here. This one is a little crooked, but that's okay. We can use that or over here. So this one would be a little too long to go on the front, but we always can trim. Right, so let me see. I want to take a look. Perfect. And now with the pine, we'll fill in the front. So you stick the greens as far as they can go, and they will go right through the foam and into the dirt, and that is fine. It will keep them nice and tight in the arrangement. So with the winds or any kind of bad weather like snow, heavy snow, they will stay where they need to be and will not come out. So now we can alternate a little bit in the front with the different greenery, not just pine. So I'm putting some cedar in there. Okay. Okay. So what else do we have? Really not a complicated task. Right. Always look at your arrangement from the position of, is there any holes, and can you see any holes? And if you do, those are the good candidates for smaller pieces being inserted there to cover those spots. So as you can see, this arrangement's peeling out quite a bit, and that is exactly what I want because my pot is larger, so it will look like it's filling it quite nice. I will put some of it on the back, just a little pieces, just to cover the foam. I don't really want to see it. But if your arrangement exactly right against the wall and there's nobody can see it from the back, then maybe you don't need to put as much attention to your back. So all depends on your setup. So there we are. We put all our greenery in there, and we use 3 bunches, 1 cedar, 1 spruce, and 1 pine. So now I want to decorate it. So now we are going to put some decorations in our pot. I'm going with a rustic theme, a traditional red and white colors, and also just natural pine cones. Those pine cones I found during my walks in nature. So I'm going to use those ones, but of course you can purchase pine cones already attached to the sticks that would be easy to insert into your arrangement. I'm just going to show you how you attach your natural pine cones that you found onto the stick. You will require a wire, and with this wire you just go through some of the scales of the pine cone, just like so, and then you twist, and then that holds your pine cone pretty steady. And then that is just a regular bamboo skewer from the Dollarama or some other store that sells them. So you can put your wire around the skewer to keep it attached. And then I'm going to use the floral tape, but in reality you can use any tape, duct tape even would work. So you're just cover this area, and that would keep your wire secure on the stick. And now I can insert that right into my so I have 3 of those guys, and then I have the just painted white branches. And this is some berries that are available again in the inexpensive from Dollarama or Dollar Tree. And then you can use those here. I don't like this here. I'm gonna put this guy over here. Yeah. So, and then my pine cone, I want it more visible. Yeah. So there you go. You can add bowls to this. You can add ribbons. Depends on the style that you're going for, but your base is already done and it's ready to be placed in the pot outside.